Hello, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and welcome to your weekly tarot card reading. For this week's reading, I'm really looking forward to using this deck. It is Zeke's Arcana, and I'm looking forward to this deck because I'm in a really spring-like mood, and I love how this deck has really bright, upbeat springtime colors. So we're going to draw 3 cards. And each card is going to represent a part of the upcoming week. And my intention with this reading is to get some fresh ideas, some insights, some suggestions about how we can best tap into the energies of the week ahead. All right, so if you're new here, welcome. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I post these videos every week, usually on a Friday, sometimes Saturday. Today, I'm uploading a day early on Thursday. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man for the first card. So this is the card for the beginning of the week, so Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And the Hanged Man is a major arcana card, and I often think of this card as being a very spiritual card. It's really calling you to prioritize your spiritual path this week and tapping into the more spiritual side of life as we begin our week. Now, the wisdom of the Hanged Man, and I love that this little guy he has a bat head, so he's he's part bat, which is really fitting because bats like to hang upside down. And bats hang upside down to sleep, usually. So when they go into the sleep world or the dream world, they're hanging upside down. They kind of use their wings to wrap themselves in a cocoon. And the Hanged Man, the wisdom of the Hanged Man is that he suggests kind of letting go a little bit and surrendering to the process of things. What I mean by that is instead of trying to orchestrate things and make things happen a certain way, the Hanged Man says, just let things unfold and kind of stick around for the ride. Go with the flow, see how things happen. Instead of always getting in there and trying to orchestrate things, step back and just observe for a moment and allow things to unfold in their natural way. The Hanged Man also suggests that you might feel a little bit frustrated at the beginning of the week if things that you're trying to make happen just aren't happening, or things aren't going the way that you'd planned or the way that you'd hoped. The Hanged Man says, relax. This is a cue. This is your cue to take a step back and actually become less involved in things. And another thing I think of when I look at the Hanged Man is this idea that if things aren't going according to plan in your world or in your life, it's time to go inward and really tend to that inner home, that inner landscape. And by the inner landscape, I mean your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your dreams, your beliefs, and start to pay attention to those things as opposed to trying to make things happen in your outer world, focusing on your inner realms. Let's look at the middle of the week. Ooh, 2 of Wands. So 2 of Wands to me, when I look at this card, I see a doorway. So I see the space here as being like a doorway or a portal. And the 2 of Wands is about pausing and giving yourself the time and the space to contemplate, specifically contemplating where you're going to put your energy next. You may want to kind of take stock of things. So a question I have for you is, where have you been putting your energy in the last week? Where have you been putting your energy in the last month? And do you want to keep putting your energy into those things as you move into this next week? Or do you want to make some changes Is there something that's important to you that you just haven't been prioritizing? Do you find yourself putting more energy than you would like into certain things and not other things? Two of Wands really invites you to just pause here, contemplate, make a plan. And once you get clear on where you want to put your energy, it's like that clarity acts as like a key in the lock to the doorway, the portal that's going to move you forward this week. Okay, let's look at the last card. This is for the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And here we have the Emperor. So this is kind of neat. We started with a Major Arcana card, and we're ending with a Major Arcana card. And the Emperor, he's an interesting character. A lot of people don't like the Emperor, but I actually love the Emperor. There's something about the Emperor, like he's very independent and in control of himself and in charge. And he really doesn't dance to anyone else's drum. He really is his own man. He's his own person. And he has a vision. He has an idea of how he wants things to be and what's important to him and what, how he wants to live his life. And he won't listen to what anyone else says, which is also kind of his downfall because he can be very rigid and close-minded and stubborn. And so we want to really cultivate the positive aspects of the Emperor, like his independence, his ability to really stay strong and firm about what he believes and his idea of what he wants to do with his life. Those are all wonderful qualities. And being aware of the more negative qualities of the Emperor. So his stubbornness, his inability to take other people's advice, or even his inability to honor other people's wisdom. He sees himself as being very wise, and he is wise, but at the same time, the most unwise thing that he does is he dishonors, or not necessarily dishonors, but kind of forgets or doesn't acknowledge that other people are also wise and others have wisdom that they can offer. And so as you get to the end of the week, there may be a tendency to kind of get high on your own supply, to be kind of maybe full of yourself or really entranced by your own vision and goals and dreams and idea of how you want things to be. And remember that there's others around you who have valuable input and advice and wisdom to offer. So you don't want to turn your back on that either. So the Emperor, I think, for the end of the week, he's encouraging you to be independent and to stand up for yourself and not succumb to someone else's idea of what you should do with your life or who you should be or how you should do things. This is a really beautiful card about really standing in your truth, standing in your power, and really getting anchored and grounded into who you are, why you're here, what's important to you, what your values and your beliefs are. Okay, so let's zoom out and look at all three of these cards together. And I'm looking for themes. I'm looking for themes and symbols that jump out to me. And as I do this, I invite you to do this along with me. So having a look at these three cards, do you notice any similarities? Is there any connections between the cards that you're noticing? And I'm just going to be quiet for a minute while I do this. I'm noticing a connection between the Two of Wands and the Emperor. I feel like this week is about kind of getting clarity about, what we're going to put our energy into, where we're going to go, what we're going to focus on. The Emperor, the Two of Wands, I see this as a card of pausing and contemplating. And I think the Emperor kind of looks like he's contemplating. He's holding this golden ball in his hands, and he almost looks like he's sitting there thinking about what his next move is going to be. I think that this week is a good week to build some sort of strategy or plan about how you're going to move forward with things. And it's going to look different for everyone. So maybe you're working on a project and this is about building a plan or a strategy for how you're going to carry that project out. Or maybe it's something else. Maybe you're struggling with a relationship issue. And so maybe this will relate to that. Or maybe you're moving and you're going to be moving to a new place. So this is about getting organized, having some kind of plan, some sort of strategy, clarity on what you're going to be focusing on over the next week or so. So it's going to look a little bit different for everyone who's watching. But it does feel like having intention, having clarity, having a plan, a strategy, that's really going to help. And it feels like we have to do this work of the hanged man at the beginning, though. We have to honor our inner selves. So our beliefs, our feelings, our emotions, our intuitions, all of that, we have to honor that. And we kind of have to let go a bit and surrender first before we can move into this space of being really intentional and purposeful. It's like we have to kind of relax first before we can get clarity on how to move forward. That's what I get with these cards. If you got something different or something similar but a little bit different, feel free to share in the comment section below. I always love reading other people's takes on the cards and things that you notice in the cards. All right, so I'm going to close the reading here by saying thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and be sure to subscribe, give me a like, leave me a comment. And if you want to learn more about how to read tarot, you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put a link just below this video. I've got tons of really fun tarot learning resources on there for you to check out. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful week.